What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Artist Empowerment Show. I'm your host, Nine. Hey, we got Cali in the house, man. Hey, this brother right here, very talented brother, man. Shoot, man, I can't even say, man, it had to be at least about, man, probably about 10 or 12 years ago when I met this brother, man. You know, when we was working up on the north side down in Atlanta, when he moved down to Atlanta, Georgia, man. This brother right here, man, got me into acting and, also writing scripts, opportunity, gave me an opportunity when no one else would. And, very appreciated about that, man. Good brother, man. I had to bring him on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I want y'all to put y'all hands together, man, for my brother from another mother, Drew Garrett. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? OG Strict 9, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man? Hey, good to see you, man. I had to bring you on the show, man. I had to,
Man, I'm happy to be here, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I got to give you, let you know, man. Appreciate the brotherhood, man. We got real close as brothers, man. And I just remember, when I was first, getting into the acting situation, and me and you, we used to be on the shuttle, the train, leaving the job, and we, got into music, and then we started saying, hey, man, I write movies, and I'm like, man, I thought about acting, and he was like, hey, man, come on over, and what I'm saying, I got something that I'm filming. Called the education of abused woman. And yep. you gave me that first part in now, what I'm saying, as an officer in now, and then also you had me working the cameras, you were teaching me the cameras, the audio, and man, it was just so awesome, man. Hey, I tell everybody, man, a little bit about yourself, man.
Hey, well, I'm Drew Tank Garrett, and I have a film background. I went to high school at a performing arts magnet. So, there I learned acting. I learned some production work. Also, growing up in Los Angeles, my father was an actor. So, watching him go on auditions, watching him do his commercials and stuff. So it's been instilled in my blood. I ran from it for a long time. But then, while I was living in Atlanta, I started, doing some Tyler Perry shows, some background work and stuff. And I was like, man, this is in my blood. So that's when I started doing my own thing, man. And I started Black Moses Entertainment. And that's where I met my brother Strict 9 right here, Dre. And, when I met this brother, man, we gelled. We was like real brothers, man. We from day one, it was just a love that we have for each other. Not only, knowing that he did music and I did acting, man, it was just a natural brotherhood, man. It was like God brought us together, man.
That's so real.
That's how that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for real, man. Hey, your dad, man. Hey, I remember, I used to see him like on the NFL, on NFL shows and stuff like that, Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. I always seen the man with the bald head with the gray beard. And then, one day you told me, you were like, man, that's my dad. I said, what? And then, you showed me one up and coming. I think it might have been the last one that he ever did for the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. That was the last one, right?
Yeah, man. He did I think he did a total of 3 Super Bowl commercials, man. Yeah. One was the Cars.com where he was the witch doctor. Then I know he did an Assure Horizon Super Bowl commercial. He did a Doritos Super Bowl commercial, and it was another one, man. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, man, my dad stayed busy all the way till he passed, man. Died at 83, and he was still going on auditions prior to that.
Wow, man. And the drive that I, had an opportunity to experience, right? Mm-hmm. You got just like it, man. You got a number of projects, man. I just spoke about the education of abused woman, right? But, let them know about a number of other, man, transcending, man. It's like you got so many different ones, man. And on top of that, not just having films just to have them, you're actually winning awards, man. You know what I'm saying? In movie festivals, man.
Right, man. And I want to thank God for that, man. A lot of my projects, I do enter into film festivals. And I won an award with Transcended. Transcended is an animated short film. It's only 4 minutes long, but I'm just wanted after my dad passed, I wanted to do something that represented him
Yeah.
and fatherhood. So that was a animated short film, and we got it into some film festivals, and it done really well. I also did a short film called Aware, man. And Aware is just me bringing awareness to the 65,000 Black and brown women missing in America.
Mm.
And, I got that in some festivals, man. People need to see and hear some of the very important information that's in it, man. So that also had brought me a couple of awards, man. And like I said, I give all grace to God, man, because especially with Aware, that was something that God brought to me and said, I need you to get this out there, and I need people to be aware of what's going on, man. So,
Wow. That's powerful. And see, I remember when you created that Aware, right? But
mhm,
check this out though. Ain't nothing new under the sun. We can agree on that.
right.
But when you came up with that, have you noticed recently, man, how much that this disappearing of people, man, it's risen, man. I didn't even know it so much because I'm so busy with every day. But when I took time out to really started looking at these things and started seeing that people have podcasts talking about all these missing people, man, it is crazy, man. Not just Virginia. I seen up in California, y'all also have a lot of missing people up
Oh
there.
yeah, oh yeah, it's big out here, man. Especially with the brown women, because most of them are undocumented. You know what I'm saying? So who's gonna look for them? Who's gonna put them on the news? Other than their family, showing pictures, walking the streets, trying to find their loved ones, man.
Yeah.
It's the numbers are astronomical, and I want to just say, Dre, that you're right. It's nothing new. This has been going on for years and decades, and now that we have these different platforms to get the word out, that's why you're starting to hear more about it, man. And I just want to bring up this, man. There was a 1974 episode of
Mhm.
Sanford and Son, man, and it was the episode where Lamont thought Fred had hypertension, right, high blood pressure.
Okay.
And Lamont says, uh, Dad, hypertension is the number one killer of black men in America.
All right.
And Fred says, No, I thought it was the police.
Right. I remember that.
That was in 1974.
Right.
Right. And so what I'm saying is, back in 1974, there was no social media. There was nothing, but we knew who the killer was.
Right.
And also with these missing people, we know who these missing people are, especially now. I mean, we didn't know the numbers was as high as they were, and they're probably higher now, but it's happening and people need to be aware of it.
That's true, man. That is so true. And what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to present that awareness, man, on my page, and I'm going to put it in rotation because I've been actually speaking about, like in my, my daily, devotions that I try to do in the morning. I've just been telling, like the women to be aware, watch out for
Right.
vans. If you go to a parking lot and you see a van by your car, be cautious of that because, while you going to your door, they open those van doors up, snatch you in, and then next thing you know, you got your groceries in your trunk, and then you got a car that's left there, and they trying to wonder where you went to. So,
Right.
I'm definitely going to promote that. And then also, if they want to see it, that awareness, where can they go see it at?
Man, most of my projects are on my YouTube page, man. Just look up Black Moses Entertainment on YouTube, and you can see a lot of things that I've done and a lot of things that I'm doing being presented there.
Hey, man, y'all make sure that y'all definitely go there, man. Hey, if y'all want anything, any form of educational that means something, follow this brother, because ever since I know him, when he put his mind into something, it's always to try to educate you in some shape, form, or fashion. So, make sure that y'all support this brother, man. I support him 100%. Man, you had one that No Tears for Me, and that, man, every time I see it, man, it always actually almost bring tears to me, man. I want to go to that clip, man, and let them check that out, man. Y'all check it out right here on the Artist Empowerment Show, man. This is The Powerful Piece by my brother, Drew Garrett. Check it out.
Why you keep following me? Stop following me.
You mean down on them drugs and alcohol? Look, I know you're trying to do the right thing, but girl, I'm just asking you, be careful, very careful.
Why? Why do you keep following me?
At this fucking bus stop, taking no fucking space.
Yeah, get your old ass up and go wash up.
Yeah, you stink.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
I told you every time that I see that, man, it's very touching, man. You always, as long as I've known you, bro, you always, when you get an opportunity to create, you find a way to try to create something to impact a person's life, man. And that's a good thing, man. Even like with music, with me with music, man, people write what they write, but if I write anything, it has to be something to try to motivate somebody and uplift anybody, man. That's why the show here is called the Artist Empowerment Show. When you actually, wrote that piece there, what was your mindset? What was you thinking about? And influenced you to write that piece?
Well, Dre, I came up with the idea because one day I remember I saw this homeless guy, and he had some mental issues going. He was actually standing at a corner talking to himself, man, and I was trying to listen to some of the things he was saying, and he was pretty much all over the place arguing with himself. And I know he was dealing with some demons that he had, man. And it made me think, man. It made me think before he got to this point where he is today, he had a life. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what drove him to be or to have the illnesses that he was going through or dealing with some of the demons that he was going through, man. And when I wrote that piece, man, I wanted to highlight some of that. So the homeless guy that you see that I play in the film is dealing with some demons. He's battling with some demons. And when he says, "Why you keep following me, man?" That's the ghost of his wife, right? So the story is his wife and his daughter, they were killed in a car accident, and he was driving the car, and he was the only survivor. And so that drove him, by him being the only survivor and losing his loved ones, man, that made him, mentally unstable, started drinking, started taking drugs, started roaming the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he's being hunted by these demons that put him in the situation that he's in. There's also a Hispanic girl in the film. Her name is Victoria Carmona. I want to thank her. She did an excellent job acting in the film with me, and she's the only person that kind of looks out for him. That kind of will bring him something to eat. Will kind of talk to him to try to figure out why he ended up in the position that he's in, and it's really a deep, uplifting story. And the point that I want to make in it too is you never know who these people are. You never know where they're being. There's also some lines in the film when the guy always says, "I'm rich," but nobody believes a homeless person when they says he's rich. Right. And eventually he ends up passing away. And out of all the people that helped him, whether it was black, white, Hispanic, nobody would help him except her. A lawyer shows up at her door after he passes away and says he left you everything, and he was a very rich man. Wow. So you never know who you're dealing with.
That's right. That's right, man. Never judge a book by its cover, man.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember, it was a while back when they had it was a black guy walked into a dealership, high-end dealership, and they didn't want to serve no car. And because of the way he was dressed, he had a t-shirt on, raggedy pants, and they thought that he couldn't afford, those expensive vehicles, right?
Mhm.
And one guy, he actually took care of the guy, and this guy had bought four new cars, and that guy got all the commission for it, and all the other salesmen, they would sit back looking stupid because they judged that man because of what he
Right.
was wearing, man.
Right.
Yes.
Man, it's crazy. Our society is based on that, man. Never judge a book by its cover, but that's what everybody does. I mean, you have to look a certain way to actually be appreciated when it shouldn't be like that. It could be Jesus Christ walking up to you. He's not going to be dressed in a fancy suit.
That's right. That's right. That's true, man. And that's why we have to think, man. And for this show, like I always say, it's the artist empowerment show, so it's all about empowering individuals, with knowledge and understanding, man, especially like on today, for up and coming film writers. My brother, check this out. What could you tell, some of the, like a young man that's coming up and, he's trying to get involved with the film, what kind of advice could you give him?
The best advice I can give someone that's trying to do this is number one, not to give up. And number two, your best investment is invested in yourself. And it took me to learn that, man. We constantly out here working for other people, doing things for other people, when we could be putting that same energy into our passion and what we like and what we want to do, man. And that's something I had to learn, man. I'm gonna tell you, when I started my company, Black Moses Entertainment, there was this, and what made me kick this off, I saw a picture on the internet, and it was a picture of Jesus Christ, and he was standing on the water. But the way the picture looked is you were looking up at him from under the water as he's standing there. And the caption of the picture said, "Ye of little faith." And I was like, man, that is just deep, right? And
Right.
So I took that picture and that caption, I saved it, and then I was like, maybe now I got the faith to start doing what I was doing. So I pulled out some of my old writings, man, and rearranged some things. And that's when I started working on my first script, right? And then crazy thing, Dre, this is how it's so easy and so quick we lose faith. Is I was like, man, I'm gonna start a website for my company, right? Let people know what I'm doing, start driving traffic, and maybe if I can start shooting some little promos for businesses. That's how I keep my company financed, whatever. So I started this little website, and I'm like, dang, $12 a month? Man, I ain't gonna afford no $12 a month for this site, right? And that was how quick I lost faith. And then that picture, right when I gave up on the website, that picture came up in my mind. It's like, ye of little faith. It was like he was talking to me, right? And I was like, man, I'm gonna start that website. Dre, I started that website, created that website, Black Moses Entertainment, and never had to worry about it not being paid. Whether I had the money or not, it got paid.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's cool, man.
I had the faith.
Have the faith, man. See, that's one thing about it. Hey, I hope y'all heard that out there. Have the faith. It's very important to have the faith, man. And that's cool, man, because, me, myself, I love, being creative, and, me and you, we worked on one when you played the Weatherman. The Weatherman, that was funny, that, man. Yeah, that was a funny one, that, man.
Right, so, right.
Yeah, it's really fun, man. With creating content, man. It really is, and that's why I had to bring you on the show because you had something big. Was you at an event or did you get an award or something recently?
Not recently, Dre. The most recent thing I done, man, is I worked on a film. Well, I was actually acting in the film. I got a real small part with Tyler Lampley from Tyler Perry. So I did a scene with him, man, for this movie it's still in production. It's coming out. It's called Land of Wolves.
Okay,
And,
congratulations on that. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, so I did a scene with him, but my whole scene is I was killed in a drive-by. So I spent 3-4 hours on the ground playing dead in a pool of blood, and he finds my body. So yeah, that was the most recent big thing that I've done.
Okay, that's cool, man. And you know, that's one thing about it. You do your own editing, you do your own recording, you do all of that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And see, that's why you are the individual that, like I stated in the beginning, that has inspired me, because see, you always say invest into yourself, and that's what I do. I get my own cameras, I get my own lights, everything that I need, invest into myself, so you don't have to wait on someone. So you know, it's very important to do, man. So hey, I learned it from this man here, you know. So I had to come on the show, man. You know, he's a good brother, man. And see, one thing about it is what I love, man, is that, you know, when God bless you with a platform, you allow yourself to utilize it for edification, you know, to bring something out to, you know, educate people, man. And that's what a lot of your artists, man, you have to do, because I'm just going to be real with you, you know, not knocking what you're doing, but a lot of times, man, y'all, you know, get platforms and y'all use them platforms, man, to promote negativity. You know, there's not uplifting us at all. You know, it's not motivating us at all. It's downgrading, you know, our black men. It's downgrading our black women. You know, we have to stop doing that. You know, it's like Master sitting in the chair and just don't put us in the forefront and allow us just to destroy and mutilate each other. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to stop doing that, because we are kings and we are queens. You know what I'm saying? And we have to start acting like it, man. You know, we not niggas. I'm gonna say it. We are not niggas. We are black kings and black queens. That's what we are.
Right. Absolutely, Dre. Well said.
Yeah, man. So hey, man, I appreciate your time, man, coming on the show, man, and gotta get you back on here. You know what, man? You know, we may need to try to work on trying to get some kind of filming thing, you know, when we do something, you know, on the show, where we bring some young people that's getting, you know, trying to come into it, or some new people that's trying to get into it, and we may need to try to have like maybe a film seminar, online seminar or something like that.
Right. Definitely, man. That's a good idea, man. And eventually that may lead to us starting our own film festivals. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be cool, man. Hey, if we can start that, you know, hey, if you know how to do that, hey, let's do that. That would be pretty cool. Get film submissions in, you know, with independent, you know, filmmakers and stuff, man. We can do that, man. And shoot, man, peace and love to you, man. And you know, we're gonna definitely keep in contact, man. Thank you for your time. And you know, enjoy you and your family today, man. And shoot, you know, we're gonna catch up, bro. You know what we do.
Yes, sir. You too, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
All right, take care, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace. Hey, see what I'm saying? Another good brother, man. I try my best to surround myself with positive people. You know, I ain't got time for no negativity. I don't have no time for arguing and fussing. I don't been through it before, and I don't dealt with a lot of snakes in my life, and I'm not just trying to deal with those type of people. That's why I with a magnifying glass. I'm watching any individual that come in my direction. And one thing I learned, just because you come across a person, that doesn't mean that you have to let a person in your circle, or that doesn't mean that you have to work on a business with that person. You know, sometimes, man, God may have you to come across that person for a quick second, you know, to drop a jewel down on them and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you can always, you know, prevent yourself from getting in unnecessary foolishness, you know, out here, you know, with people. But hey, man, it was a blessed show today. I hope for the, you know, the filmmakers, this was a good show. Hope it encouraging to you, man. Very encouraging to me, man, because hey, that's what I love to do. You know, I love to act, man. And y'all gonna see it soon, man. It's coming, boy. Sneaky Willie is on the way, and he's coming soon, man. So hey, I hope y'all really enjoy it, man. I like to create content that's impactful as well, you know, some form of a meaning, you know, so whatever I do, man, you always look for that punchline, because it's always going to be there, man, because we all got to make it. We just got to continue to just encourage each other to go in the right direction in life, man. You know, I know life ain't easy, man, but life is what you make it. Keep y'all head up, man. See y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Artist Empowerment Show. Peace.